Hello, entrepreneurs. This is Joe DeChara back again with another amazing segment of how to win at business. And I have my friend Sue Brook back by popular demand because people just seem to like her a lot more than they like me. And so Sue is a marketing expert, and we are going to talk about what you should be doing right now to move your business forward. If you don't know who I am, you're probably not a member of this group. But my name is Joe DeChara. I'm an entrepreneur, business coach, and what I do is I help people organize their business to make it fun and profitable. And Sue is part of the fun part. So hello, Sue. Thanks for joining me today.
Hello, how are you? I'm so excited to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, are you never excited? You seem to like always be excited.
I'm
So,
always excited. Yeah, and I'm hearing it.
are we having the delay again here, Sue?
Yeah, I'm gonna try see if
Okay,
there's a better one.
just bear with us, folks, for 1 second, and let me tell you, explain to you what's been going on with my business because I have been connecting with more quality people than I think in the last month. I've made more quality connections with people than in the previous 10 years. And if you've connected with me in the last 10 years and your quality, it's no disrespect to you. I mean, I'm just talking volume of people. I really don't even have time to it's just like it was like a tidal wave. And a lot of it has to do with reconnecting with Sue and some of the things that she's taught me in this the last couple of weeks. So are you able to connect with us again, Sue?
Okay, let's test the audio. It sounds good. Okay, it's not echoing. I changed a setting. We'll see if this works.
Okay. Yeah, the technology is a moving target. So, I started to
Yeah, maybe you.
explain about, reconnecting with you and some of the things that have transpired since then.
Great. Maybe you could mute yourself when I'm hearing a lot of feedback. Okay, great. So hopefully that'll work. Okay, now I can't hear myself again. Okay, yes, I've connected with Joe recently. We were in a mastermind together for several years, and we kind of lost touch, and now we're back again. And so we are doing some pretty cool things together. And yeah, I'm excited to talk today about what every single business should be doing, every business owner should be doing right now. During this time, you have like this huge captive audience right now, especially on Facebook. And the things that you can be doing for your business right now that when, let's say your business that is a brick and mortar that's in standstill right now, and you're waiting for the world to open back up. What can you be doing right now for when the world opens back up and the customers start coming and getting those customers to think of you first? Okay, so for example, what I was thinking the other day is people like hairstylists, okay, and nail salons and things like that, for example. So if you're a business that has maybe regular customers that come in that, has an ongoing service that you provide. So I'll tell you right what's going to happen as a woman. I can tell you this: every single hair salon and nail salon and facial place or anything to do with women and their looks right now, there's going to be a waiting list 10 miles long. So who are people going to call first? Who you want to be the one that's going to get them on the list first? Right now, I'd be setting up a waiting list right away. So that when it opens up, you want your customers to be first on the list. So I would be keeping in touch with them right now. I have a system that you need to be using to keep in touch with people right now. So you're the first person they think of when this happens. Were you wanting to talk, Joe?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the technology here, but
Okay,
I'm
still muted.
getting like
Oh, there we go.
scattered thing. I'm trying to go into the Facebook group to make sure that people are hearing you. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can
Are
hear
you?
you fine.
Ah, okay. That's good. All right. So yeah, so one of the
Yeah.
things that you have reminded me about is the importance of not only doing things right now, but connecting with people. And I'm not talking about connecting with them like through your email list, which is something I just explained to you that I started building after 25,000 years of people telling me you need an email list. Uh, Marketing. Now, I'm an accountant, a CPA, but I'm also an entrepreneur. Okay, that's important. And being an entrepreneur, what I've learned is it's important to constantly have people coming into your sales funnel. In my business, Sue, one of the problems that I ran into from growing my business standpoint was I was always able to get customers. They came to me from referrals. If I did an ad or networking and I met somebody, and I would get customers. Okay. Getting the right customers was not always easy. So it was like, throwing darts at a dartboard. I was always able to get, if I threw enough darts, I would get business. But I didn't really have a pipeline. I didn't have a regular system to keep getting new prospects and then, bring them. Now I know what the sales funnel is and bringing them down the sales funnel and qualifying them. Because what happens is, especially in accounting, most businesses don't live. They go out of business. And that's just a fact. So I would get, too many clients. That's a good problem to have, but I would get to the point where I don't have time. And then those clients would go out of business or whatever. We'd have a falling out. But the clients, it's a moving target. So I would go from having a lot too many clients or a lot of clients down to now now I got to rebuild again. So having that system is something that I learned from people like you. But now, what is that system? Now we need to develop a system. And you come to me and you introduce this relationship marketing concept. And it was like, why didn't somebody show this to me, years ago? So can you explain what relationship marketing is?
Yes. So first of all, there's marketing, and if you want to, I'm echoing a little bit again. There's marketing. So marketing or advertising. Think about like putting that billboard up or putting out that ad in the paper or your Facebook ads or whatever. There's that kind of marketing. That's where you're trying to find ways to get your business in front of people. Okay. The opposite. Well, it's not really opposite, but it's my kind of marketing. I call it relationship marketing. It's way more fun. It's more personalized, and in this day and age, it's necessary. So I want to go backwards a little bit. I've started businesses. I've had businesses. My first one was a ballroom dance studio when I was like 23 years old. I partnered up with a business partner. He was one of the dance instructors, and we opened this business and didn't have a clue how to do a business. So we didn't have a lot of money. We just went, okay, we're going to open a studio. We didn't know what we were doing. So we went and we opened the studio, got it all perfect, and then we opened the doors and went, oh, we need customers. So I guess we got to have people, but we didn't have money to market. So I realized really quickly that I needed to go find those customers and build a relationship Okay, so I went out there and met people and learned how to network. And then fast forward, same thing happened. I went through, I was working at a big tutoring franchise, and I decided to start my own tutoring business. So once again, I'm like going, okay, I'm in a tutoring business out of my living room. Well, how am I going to get the tutors? So the second thing I learned was not just going out and finding one customer at a time, like I was kind of doing before. I actually thought, well, what's another business that is in front of my customers, that have all my potential customers already, my avatars, in other words. So it happened to be, at that time, a teacher supply store. All kinds of parents and teachers were in this supply store all the time. So they referred me all the time. So constantly, they were just feeding me referrals. So then once they fed me the referrals, of course, I took really, really good care of them. And I'm kind of going to go off a little bit off of what Joe was saying, is thinking about your system, right? So you want to get those people and you want to nurture them. And you need to also think about, what is each one of those people worth? Okay, so there's a system to all of this thing with your contacts. So you want to get those contacts, and then you want to think about, what are they worth to you? So for example, I learned quickly that if I had a tutoring business and an after school program in a private school, big learning center that it grew into later. And I knew that if a new person walked in, a mom walked in with a kindergartner or a first grader, I'm like, okay, well, they might pay me $500 a month to tutor their kid, right? But I want that kid for the whole year. So that kid isn't worth $500. That kid's worth $500 times 12 times. I want him there till college. So think of how much money that one little kindergarten or first grader was worth to me. Now think about that in your business. It drives me crazy when I talk to business owners and I say, they think that if they're selling, this coffee cup and it's $5, like, oh, I can sell this $5 coffee cup. Yeah, but how much over the lifetime of that customer are they going to purchase from you? And bonus, if you take really good care of them, they're going to tell other friends. So I'll never forget this little boy. He was my first customer. I put one ad in the paper and I got one client. He was a first grade little boy. That mother told everybody, all the way through till this kid went to college. That one client was probably worth $1 million at least to me, at least. So wouldn't you take good care of those clients? Wouldn't you keep in touch with them? Wouldn't you love on them like crazy, right? So I learned very quickly that you need to do that. So now I'm going off, Joe. Thanks for letting me ramble here, but here's the thing. We are in a place right now where a lot of people that I'm talking to, a lot of entrepreneurs I'm talking to, are stuck. They're thinking, oh my gosh, my business has stopped and they're stopped in their tracks. You have a list of people that were your customers or your prospects or your past customers. You should be taking this time right now to, number one, spend a lot of time organizing your contact list. I was just talking about this with Joe earlier today. Is your contact list isn't just a mishmash of 1,000. If you have 1,000 people, you need to get that list so organized. You need to group them, or I call it segmenting them. So you'll have maybe your segment of friends and family, and your segment of your past customers, your segment of your future customers. And then start dripping on them, start keeping in touch with them. And I'll give you one thing that I did a few weeks ago. I found this card in the system that I use. It's a word search, and it's called Hanging Out at Home Word Search. And I thought, well, I want to be creative, and I want to send all of my customers something. So I actually just sent one of these to you, Joe. You'll be getting it in the mail. It's a word search, and then on the inside of the card, I have a message that I have in there, and then it has a fun little word search in here. And I did something unique. Now, think outside the box here. I went, text me the first word that you find in the word search. So what did I just do? I sent them something fun to do that's unique, that nobody else, none of my competition's doing this. And I'm asking them to text me. I'm asking them to text me something fun. Do you know how many people? I sent this to hundreds of people. I actually just got another text a few minutes ago of someone that goes, hey, the first word I found was whatever word they found. Guess what that does? Then it opens up to me to going, hey, how are you doing? How are you holding up? You know, let's get on a Zoom and talk, or let's have a conversation. So anyway, go ahead, Joe. You wanted to say something, I can tell.
No, you say a lot of, and this is part of what's so great about the connection, Sue. And this is why, I was trying to explain. I don't know if I did it correctly, but when we reconnected in October, it just, the the energy, the connection that we have, because we think similarly, and it led to a lot of things that I want to discuss here, like the mastermind, but the connection, what you talked about with that little boy coming in, what that was actually worth for your business, because you got and only because you do what you do, and you do it with love and you're great at it, you created a raving fan, right? That's what they call it. And I remember when I first started in accounting, I put a little ad in a penny saver to do people's tax returns for $35. It was crazy. It was just like, oh, I just want to get business. I got one client on the street. 2 years later, Stu, it was like everybody that filed a tax return on that block. And my prices over those 2 years went from $35 a return to like $250. And I had those clients for years. So I was like, all it was that one client, that one connection that I
and
can't.
You built a relationship with him, right?
It was the relationship. And
yes.
So let me show you. So I got this card from you yesterday, which thank you for it. I keep getting cards from you. But it was just so, and it sparked that energy again. That's what I was trying to say. When I connected with you, it just sparked this energy. And it's powerful. And so now, I've been in this process of, refocusing my marketing efforts. I actually have started developing a marketing system. And one of them is, creating a list. Okay, so now finally I have a list. But to be honest with you, they're all just like, it's a list. I mean, yeah, I know most of these people personally, but otherwise they're just names on a list. That's not really going to help me build my business. So how could I take that list and do what you're doing with those people?
Okay, that's a great question, because every person, like I said, you should be getting your list segmented first of all. Then you need to reach out to them and start building those relationships. And I'm going to tell you right now that email is not building relationships. Sending a text message, maybe a little bit more than that, because more, there are people that like text message. I absolutely hate them. So I'm not a texter really. I'm a tangible touch person. I believe, and I sent that card to Joe, and Joe just confirmed that he felt something when he opened that box and saw I sent him a book and I sent him a card. So I'm going to tell you this. I started my business, my tutoring business, before the internet, before emails and all that stuff. Okay, it was right when it was coming out. 98 is when I started that tutoring business. I had to go build relationships with people. Then I saw the big curve. I hit the curve of email when You've Got Mail was like the most exciting thing. Everybody would just sit there and stare at their computer till it said, You've Got Mail. It's like, oh my God. It was so exciting. Now it's like, oh crap, I got another email. Oh my God, I can't remember. I have a graphic that's absolutely hilarious about that. So I'm telling you right now, it is back down to the old way of building relationships and the tangible touch greeting card. I'm going to give you 3 people right now that proves that relationship marketing is the key to success. And that is number 1, Joe Girard, the how to sell anything to anyone, how he got he sold the most cars of the year. He was on the Guinness Book of World Records because on his for many years somebody just beat that record, and it was because he did one thing. He sent thank you cards, appreciation cards, birthday cards, sympathy cards to people. 13 cards a year he would send to everyone he knew. And he, at the end of his career, had lines of people waiting, and they would only buy the car from him. Amazing. Tom Hopkins, he has the thank you note habit, multi-billion-dollar real estate industry. He he started sending 10 thank you cards every single day before he went to bed. And one more is Mary Kay, multi-billion-dollar industry again. She taught her reps to send 3 thank you cards handwritten before they went to bed every night. It is back to that. And I promise you, my business, I moved to a new community after meeting my sister through Ancestry. I moved to a community where I didn't know a single person, and I had to build relationships. And guess how I did it? I took my phone to all the networking things that I could do. I took selfie pictures with the people so I wouldn't forget what they looked like. And then guess what? I could put them on the front of a card like this, and I could send them this card in the mail with a message, and that was my follow-up. And then I would meet them, and they'd call me every time. And then it was like instant relationship, instant. When you send a card like this to someone, then you have a way, you're in their system. You start loving on them and build the relationship. And I have to talk about this one other thing, because we're talking about lists, and I'm sorry to do this, but this is so important. And by the way, if you go to my website, SueBrook.com, and go to relationship marketing, there's a webinar I did called Networking for Introverts. So it kind of explains this a little more, but here's what I do. When I meet new people, you meet a contact, you can meet them in line at Starbucks or wherever. You meet a new person, you meet them in a Facebook group. They're up here at the top. They're a contact. That person you meet's going to fall in one of 2 buckets. They're either going to be a prospect and become a customer. So the graphic is customer, prospect. They can become a customer. Or that's a little bucket, just by the way. Not everybody is your customer. And I know there's people that think they are. Everybody can be their customer, but it's, we can have a whole conversation. That could be another webinar, Joe. I like the big bucket list. And you know what that is? That's your referral bucket. That's where you want to meet the person. Like the supply store was my referral bucket, which was gigantic because they just told everybody, and they sent me prospects that turned into customers. So right now, what you should be doing is building relationships, decide which bucket they're going into, and then love on them. Send cards, send gifts, talk to them, build a relationship, and make it about them, not about you. Okay? This is just relationship marketing kind of talking about. So, did you have something to say, Joe? I know you're typing. Oh, you're putting SueBrook.com. Thank you.
Yeah, I want them to connect with you. Can I get some words in now, Sue? This is my show. Okay, so
yes, you can do it.
Connect with Sue. She's unbelievable. She will, through her website, transfer this positive energy that she just carries around with her. And all you got to do is go to the website, believe me, and all of a sudden you'll start feeling great. But what I'd also like you to do is mastermind with Sue. I'm trying to figure out how to get this to work here.
It's there. It was showing up. Yeah, there we go.
Every Friday, Sue Brook has an unbelievable mastermind group. It's free. Right now, it's free. It's 9:30 PST, right, Pacific Standard Time. which is 12:30 my time, which is a lot better for me. So what happens in these mastermind groups are unbelievable. I've been doing masterminds for a long time, and this last Friday, I had like 4 or 5 new aha moments. And an aha moment, if
Yeah.
you don't know what it is, it's like sometimes it's life changing. It's like, oh my God, I've been looking for this. I've been asking this question for 25 years and nobody put it that way. And it just connects the dots. So Sue and I love the mastermind principles. And so this past Friday, small group, and it's always better when there's a small group. So if you want to get into this, register, and it's first come first serve. But so I connected with 2 women that I never met before, uh, and not only connected in the mastermind, I had deep conversations with them on yesterday, and we're following. All of a sudden, it's like I made 2 great friends. So take that a step further. This thing with this card, Sue, and you know this, what this did for me was we're already friends. We're already connected. But it's like the energy that came out of this. I'm like, it just motivated me. And that's what these 2 women told me. They're like, the stuff, not only that I said in the mastermind, but what you said, it energizes people, it motivates them. And that's what people need. So when you showed me, and I hope that I'm not revealing anything here, but you showed me this send out card business, and I know that years ago you showed it to me, and I was like, I'm not. That's a network marketing business. I'm not interested, and I'm a little bit, not happy with you that you just let me slide on that. But that's another story. But when I looked at it as first, when you explained it to me that I could sign up for free, and then it solves this problem that I think we all have of sending cards to our friends and family, right? It's like, oh my God, I could take my pictures of what I have for my mom, my daughter, her dogs, and I could just put it on a card and send it out in like 30 seconds. And that's gonna make them love me more.
And you don't have no human touch. And nobody touched the card. Like there's no human contact. You don't have to go to the store and be around people and touch cards. And you don't have to handwrite the envelope. It just does it for you. It does everything for you.
So the accountant starts going to me, and I'm like, wait a second, you know how much time I'm going to save? And forget about the fact that, I have 100 Christmas cards in my closet. They've been there for years, and every year I plan on sending them. It's like, now I could actually not waste the time addressing them, give them my whatever, putting the stamp on. But then when I saw how much they cost, it's like they're like half the price of going into CVS or Rite Aid and buying one of those cards that you buy at the last second. So it's like, why wouldn't I do this? This is like a no-brainer. But I was only looking at for my friends and family. Then I said, but wait, I'm looking for a way to connect with my clients. Not only my clients, but my prospects. So I said, maybe I could, now I could send these kinds of things to people I connect with, just like you. And then I found myself telling everybody about it, that they should be doing it. And now I'm one of your affiliates. So I never planned on being a send out card affiliate. So I just want you to know that.
I didn't either. When I first got it, I was the same thing. It's like, no, I just want to use it as a customer. And then everybody just wanted to do it. And I have to tell you, there's so many benefits to this. And the biggest benefit is I honestly, this dopamine thing is a real happy drug. It's seriously, when I read this, I can't remember the name of it right now, but when I wrote the card out for somebody like Joe, right? And I'm so excited for him to get this card. And I'm pushing send going, oh my God, I can't wait for him to get it. That dopamine like gets me happy. It makes me smile. So like every single day I grab my coffee and I just go through Facebook, and this is my favorite thing to do. I go through Facebook and everybody on Facebook posts their favorite pictures, the pictures that are important to them, their kids, their dogs, whatever. And I just grab those pictures and I put them on the front of a card, and I just surprise people. And by the time I'm done sending 3 or 4 or 10 or 100 cards, because I get kind of addicted, I'm so happy for the day. It's so exciting. And then I know that when you get the card, when the person opens that card, they're going to feel the same way. And you have no idea how many birthday cards I've sent where people call me back and they go, you have no idea how important that, not one other person sent me a birthday card. You're the only one. Or I send positive quote cards out all the time. I love sending the 5x7s with a positive quote. And then they call me going, I needed to hear that today. I was so depressed and down, and now you really made my day. So not only does it cure, yeah. What?
No, when I got it, what did I do? I took a picture. You sent me a book and the card. I took a picture of it. I'm like, thank you. And I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm getting, the energy is flowing. When I finally figured out how to start sending these, and I sent one first. I sent one to my daughter, then I sent one to my mom, and I sent one to a couple, 3 or 4 family members, and then I was laying in bed. It's like, you know what? Tomorrow I got to send this to my customer. I couldn't sleep, so I got up and I sent 10 postcards to clients that I was like, you know what? Let me just thank them. And it wasn't like I'm doing this so that they could refer business to me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
But doing it, I was like, oh my God, I feel so good now. And it was
it's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, it's amazing. And you can actually lay in bed and do it from your phone. It's an app on your phone too. And I can go in and I'll sometimes in the middle of the night, I'll think, oh, and I'll just get my phone and I'll send a card to somebody. And I tell you, I never get sick. I can't remember the last time I was sick. I honestly can't remember. I know I have never been sick since I moved up here, because this is when I really started using send out cards, because I started using it to meet people. But I can't remember the last time I was sick. So I know for a fact I mean, I'm pure, it makes me happy. And I don't know, it's that dopamine or whatever you call it that helps keep bad stuff away. But I want to say one more thing, Joe, because you said, yes, you said something really important I have to talk about. You said this is the most important thing. If anybody's watching this right now, I'm hoping we're getting a lot of people watching, but this right here, what Joe said, is the most important thing that you got to put in your head. When you're reaching out to people and you to send them a thank you card or a holiday card or a sympathy card, anything you're doing to reach out to people, if you're doing it to get something back, I'm going to look at my camera. If you're doing something to get something back, especially business, do not even send it. I'm telling you, it doesn't work. It works the opposite. It's going to be worse for you if you send something out, especially something like a holiday card or a thank you card, or for God's sakes, a sympathy card. Don't do it thinking that I'm doing this and maybe I'll get business. I would tell you, just go away right now if you think you're going to do that. You're sending these things out for one reason, and that is to make them smile, make their day, surprise them, make the world a better place. And that is going to get you so much back. I can't even begin to tell you what will happen when you do that. The abundance that you get back and the business that you get back is going to be so out of this world if you live your life every day like that. So I hope I was clear enough on that. I'm kind of passionate about that.
You know that that's the principle that I live by. I take money out of the equation. I'm not in this to make money. I've seen too many rich, miserable people. I want to have a lot of money, but I also want to spread happiness and I want to be happy. And the best way to do that is, what do they say? Giving is better than receiving. And it's actually a proven scientific fact. So the people that give with no intention of getting something back, those are the people that are the most successful and the most happy. But listen, we're running
That's
out
right.
of time. What I'd like people to do, if you're watching this, go to Mastermind with Sue, register for the mastermind. It's free and it might change your life. But what I asked you to come on today because I have been saying since the beginning of, I started on Facebook Lives when this whole pandemic thing started. And all I wanted to was give people was the fact that, listen, this could be an opportunity for you and your business. Don't sit on your hands. Do something. Think outside the box. That once the dust settles, that you'll be able to hit the ground running. And that's what I've done. That's what Sue has been doing. We've been in the solution. And this, my friends, is probably the simplest, least expensive, most beneficial thing that you could possibly do. And all it is you send a card to somebody that you care about. And you could do it for free, right?
And you're yes, you're gonna. Here's what's gonna happen, Joe. Because he is an affiliate now, and he has a way to give you guys a way to send one free card, your first free card, and that will also get you your free Send Out Cards account. So you just need to, so what you're going to do, and plus we're going to offer you, I think Joe's going to give away some books, right? The book that I sent Joe is amazing. It's called The Power of Human Connection. It is seriously a life-changing book it's all about relationship marketing and all the things we're talking about, but like on a bigger scale. So Joe, you're going to give away some books, right? With you're free, and a way to give them a free card. So, right?
Right. So if they go to my site, I'm gonna put this up right now. You go to my site, Bedrock. I forgot how to spell it.
Yes, you're going to opt into his opt-in list, I believe, right? And then you're going to put him in a raffle for some free books.
Bedrock, yeah. Okay. So if you go here, you will. There's a button there that says "Get Rich Now." You opt in there. You're going to get into a drawing. I'm going to send 10 free books this week. Okay. Anybody that opts in, the first 10 people that opt in will get a free book from me. Okay. You opt in, I'll get the information from you. This book, I just started reading it, and the forward is by the guy, Dr. Irving Meisner, that actually created BNI, which is only the largest freaking networking organization in the world. And that is all about relationships. So if you just opt into my site, Get Rich Now, you'll get a few other free awesome gifts, but you'll also get a chance to get this book for free. So thank you for that.
Yeah, the physical book. Yes, and the physical book in the mail, and you'll get a card. So I suggest that you opt in and then get Joe your mailing address, because I have a feeling that if you give him your mail address, you might get a surprise in the mail. These are all 5x7 cards, by the way. You can actually put in a frame. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Awesome, Sue Brooke. Thank you so much again. I will definitely have you back again, and we will be talking soon. All right.
Okay, so, thank you, Joe.
Joe DeChara, that's our story. We're sticking with it. Visit bedrockbusinessbuilders.com and get your free gift and possibly get your free book. Thank you.